Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew here with Crescent Bear. We're doing a self-graded card review of a Kobe Bryant. This is a Panini Anthology. I believe this is like a subset that Panini did specifically for Kobe Bryant, aka the Black Mamba. And usually we start with the front of the card and we do, the rounds of review. But starting with the back of the card, before we do this, quick disclaimer: the grades that we're about to give are essentially my best assessment, my best way of essentially finding the condition of the card, providing that condition, and the grades are not guaranteed to cross over to other grading companies. The grades that I provide are not guaranteed to increase or decrease the monetary value of the card. It's just my best assessment of the condition. Okay, so disclaimer out of the way. What's interesting about this card is I like the back. I like the anthology set overall. They're really nice cards. They were made very well. The quality control is really nice. I've seen several of them. And so the back of this card, it says 8 games after netting, I think, 52 in a win versus Utah, which Utah in 2006, I can't remember if they had anybody good on the team back then. If you're from Utah and you know that era, I'm sorry, but I can't remember a single Hall of Famer. So 52 points is nice, but if there's nobody really good at guarding you, I can't really understand why we put this on the top of the card. On December 15th, when he erupted for 53, his 13th 50-point effort, which is really good actually, in a double overtime versus Houston. And 2006 Houston, is that Harden? No, I don't think Harden got there yet. So who's oh, Yao Ming, that he's on the card. Yao Ming, he's on the card. He's on the front of this card. So it's actually great that they go into a little bit of the photo that's on the front of the card with some almost, I don't want to say game dated, but definitely some game history. And I wish they would almost do more of this. There should be more anthologies, tops. If you're watching, do an anthology. This is actually kind of fun. Because I usually don't pay much attention to the back of the card. It sometimes does have interesting facts, but this actually is about the game, the photo that he's... Hopefully, I would assume you wouldn't just put a random photo with random facts. But back to Houston, buried under a 19-10 deficit after one quarter. So I don't know how Houston stacked 29 points against the Lakers in 2006, but they did. The electric score sparked a 53-35 by half. The electric score sparked a comeback with 12 points in the third to cut the gap to 66-60, and then added 5 free throws, 2 assists to the final 302 regulation to tie things up at 89. He kept going with 5 points in the first OT and 7 in the second as Los Angeles pulled away for the win, 112 to 101. I love that bit of story. We do a lot of these self-graded card reviews. We rarely do that much storytelling in regards to the actual card. I bought this card. I don't even know if I think it was like in Hoops maybe, that this maybe was packaged in. I think I got this in a Hoops box. I don't know. It might have been its own subset that I got this card. I don't think I bought it individually. I think I pulled this out of a pack fresh. I think I had at one time 7 to 8 of them. I should actually just do the whole set because they're good condition cards. I don't know if you can tell by the edges and the centering right now. This is like good. I've done the quick, the up close photos. This is a blind review. I haven't pumped it through the Grok AI tool yet to see what it would assess it at, but I'm already really excited about the quality of this card. The edges, the corners, I'll just go ahead and do those first. They are just almost, I would put in the perfect category. Rarely do we go into the perfect category, but that's where this card is hitting. And what's also interesting, I think this is the 84th. I was born in 1984. This is the 84th card that we have graded. And what's kind of... trying to get this in focus. There we go. What's kind of interesting is we're getting closer to 100 cards that we've graded. Does this help? Trying to get the card in focus. I'm going to have to move the camera in and out a little bit. I don't know why that works, but it does. So we're getting close to the 100th card that we've graded, and I think we only have 3 that have gotten 10s. So we're getting closer and closer to that 100th card that's been graded, and only 3 10s have emerged out of the first 84. This is probably the fourth 10 that I will be assessing, unless I find something. But I've been doing some up close photos of this. I can't find any errors. If anything, one could say a little bit of whitening on the corners about right there. So one could say even maybe like an edge and a corner. I'll probably each give those 9 5s. But yeah, like I would almost say that it's a little bit above the corner, so I'm going to call it an edge. And then, oh no, so that's just whitening on a little bit of one corner, so I'm not even giving that edge. Just one corner I'm going to probably have to give a 9 5 to. I can't give the corners 10s across because there is slight whitening, but I would say that's hard to see even with a naked eye, and that's even me being pretty critical on that corner. So, yeah, like super sharp. So where I'm probably going, because I can't see really any errors, the centering is beautiful. I don't see anything on the surface. I would definitely suggest people pick up some of these if you want to do some grading, because it is, and maybe not all cards are in this good a condition, but the ones that I have came in contact with, and they are packed fresh. Even packed fresh cards sometimes don't get 10s. A lot of times don't get 10s. So just an amazing card. I think it's going to be 10s for centering, edges, the corners. I will go to a 9 5, and then surface 10. So overall a 10 with one subgrade of a 9 5. A little bit of history on this card. You can see Yang Ming there. There's not too many of these specific copies on eBay right now. It is just a treat to have. It's a treat to have it in a 10. It's going to be the fourth 10 that we have out of 84 cards. And, like, I'm getting better at, like, saying, okay, should I even take the time to assess a card if it's not a 10? And there's a piece of me that thinks, like, well, yeah, you still need to, like, increase your skill set by going and just picking up cards that are obviously not 10, but like finding out the flaws to them. And I also have to start diversifying the cards that I'm grading, and because I want to get really perfected at this skill. And 500 to 1,000, I've kind of seen, like, what does it take to become a professional grader. Not only does some of the AI agent, Gemini AI, there's all these different AI agents. Gemini's saying, like, 500 to 1,000, but not only that, like, you almost employ multiple people and you're overseeing multiple people also doing grades to become a professional grading organization. And they also say, like, a licensing, which I don't know if any grading company offers licensing. I would take it in a heartbeat. I might need to create it myself. But I do also believe that I should be overseeing other people. And it's hard as a one-man band to be able to get to that level of professionalism. Because right now, yeah, it's like, hey, you're one person, one opinion. Does that really count for a professional grading organization? You're 84 cards in. You probably got hundreds more, if not thousands, in you. So how do we go and evolve? I'm really looking forward to the 100th card mark, because why I'm looking forward to this is it will let us look at the real pop report of how many 10s are. So far it's 4 out of 10. That's 4%. We'll probably get up to maybe 5 or 6 in the next 16 cards. We might get up to like 6, maybe 7%, maybe. But a lot of the, like, PSAs and the other professional grading companies, I get that people would only send in their mint condition, gem mint condition cards. But I've seen like 15% come out of those. And people sometimes don't. When I first started sending my stuff in to professional graders, I didn't know what I was doing. And now I have years of experience where I can say to myself, like, yeah, that is going to probably grade this way. And the more you do it, the more you align with these professional graders, the better you're going to get at it. Now, you're not going to always get everyone's subjective opinion, and that's part of the game. But I am interested to see where we take it from here. This card is getting a 10 with 195 on the corners, but overall it's been exciting to kind of take this ride with you and continue to not only increase my skill, but like showcase what I'm doing with these cards. A video per grade and review, a web article, a eBay listing. It's 1 for 1 for each. So keep watching. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.